Hello everyone, it's Leo, and in this video we're going to check out two things. The first one is new items that are listed for you in IDOL Precure, and we're going to discuss a little bit about them and also the movie and also Metaron, ZukyoonKiss, etc. And the second one is another interview with both Yoshino Nanjo and Miharu Hanai, who are the voice actors from ZukyoonKiss, in which they share lots of interesting stuff as well. Let's start with the new items. Because I think this analysis is just an interesting one for us to think about and for us to do. The first thing is that I'm going to talk a lot about the movie here, the movie from you and IDOL Precure. I have done a video on the movie. I have done 2 videos on the movie, but I'm going to mostly reference this one that I did, which is my reaction and analysis to the trailer, in which I talked a little bit about Kiss, her identity, and the fact that she was with Uta in one specific scene. So this new item, or those 2 new items that we have listed for you in IDOL Precure are Cure Idol Wink and ZukyoonKiss Kirarun Ribbon and Bracelet Set, and Cure ZukyoonKiss Kirarun Ribbon and Bracelet Set. The Kirarun ribbons are basically the ribbons from the characters that we have. Like, this is the Cure Idol Kirarun ribbon, which is her transformation ribbon, and so you can just put the ribbon into the Idol heart brooch, or you can put the ribbon in Purirun, for example, and also in the microphone from ZukyoonKiss, the Kira Kira Showtime mic. This is probably going to happen in the power up item as well. You're probably going to be able to use the ribbon in the sparkling ribbon baton, which I think is going to be called Kira Kira Ribbon Baton. And now we have other items that are going to have the space for you to put it in, and it's a bracelet. And it seems we're going to have one for ZukyoonKiss and one for IDOL Precure. IDOL Precure is composed of Cure Idol Wink and ZukyoonKiss, and ZukyoonKiss is composed of Cure ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss. So the description is, the set includes 3 Kirarun ribbons that can be used in various UN IDOL Precure items, as well as bracelet parts to wear them. So it's probably like a little bracelet that you're going to be able to put the Kirarun ribbon. But what's interesting here is that the ZukyoonKiss set includes 2 different ribbons. It's important to mention that the toy itself, the microphone, does not come with 2 Kirarun ribbons. It comes with 1. Both ZukyoonKiss, they share the same ribbon. I mean, not the same. They have 2 ribbons, but the ribbon is the same. It's half black and half white, the transformation ribbon. It's half black and half white. So this time around, we're probably going to have one ribbon for ZukyoonKiss, which is probably going to be the white ribbon, and ZukyoonKiss is going to have her own, which is probably going to be black. So just pointing it out here. This is going to be released in September. And just pointing it out that the power-up item, the Kira Kira Ribbon Baton, is going to be released in August, probably mid-August. So next month, we're already going to have the power-up item. What is interesting here is that the sets are being sold separately. There is one set for IDOL Precure, there's another set for ZukyoonKiss. I believe this goes to show that this division of 3+2 is going to keep on being in the series. And honestly, this makes me theorize on one thing. Where is it? So we're going to have the Kira Kira Ribbon Baton, which is the power-up item. We are going to have a new ribbon probably, which is going to give them the power-up. But if the items are listing ZukyoonKiss and IDOL Precure, I wonder if we're going to be able to have more than one song for the power-up. My dream right now would be for them to have a group song with the 5 cures, a duet, like IDOL Precure feat ZukyoonKiss, and then we have an IDOL Precure song and a ZukyoonKiss song. Do I believe it's possible? Not really. Imagine if IDOL Precure sings Trio Dreams again, just with the power-up. That would be funny. I would like it, I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, I would love for them to have new songs. I believe we're only going to have one new song. Is the new song going to be Kimi to Lala? I hope not. I hope we have a new song for the 5 cures with the power-up. Um, well, I believe that this is going to be a song for the five of them and not 3 plus 2, because there is a line from Cure Kiss from the toy, from the Kira Kira Showtime mic that was hacked, obviously. And they found a line in which Cure Kiss says that it's time for the five of them to unite, which is probably related to the power up. So if you get the power up ribbon and put it into the Kira Kira Showtime mic, that's what she says. Cure Kiss says this line. So I believe it is like the moment in which the five of them are going to shine together as one team only. So I truly believe that ZukyoonKiss and Idol Precure are separate just for a toy release. And I don't even know if this toy is going to be part of the show or if it's just a random toy so that kids can play with a bracelet and put the ribbons in. And probably new ribbons as well. I don't know if the ribbons that we're going to have here are the same ribbons from the transformation. But since Zukyoon and Kiss share the same ribbon, and in here we're going to have 2 ribbons for them, probably one for Zukyoon and one for Kiss. Maybe there are new ribbons, new designs. I don't know. I'm curious for this item. And since we're talking about having them as a full team, having them as 5, it's important for us to analyze those new images from the movie. That are 2 new images. Before, let's just look at this one very fast. We have this light stick, which is a different color that Zukyoon is holding in one of the movie pictures. And there is going to be a set called Idol Heart Ribbon, which is the name of the power-up, and Sparkle Light Set. And here it says, this set consists of the Idol Heart Ribbon and a Cure Idol Sparkle Light in the movie exclusive colorway. This makes me believe that Cure Idol is going to have a special form in the movie, and there is a special Sparkle Showtime, a Sparkle Light or a Kiriki Light specifically for Cure Idol in the movie, because she is going to have a power-up for herself. But another important image here is this one right here that we have Uta and Meron together. Something is going to happen in the movie that is going to separate. Uta and Meron are going to be together. Nana, Kokoro, and Purirun are going to be together. And we also saw in the trailer that we're going to have a little moment in which Cure Idol and Cure Kiss fight together. And I was even wondering, is Cure Kiss going to transform solo? Is something going to happen? Maybe something is going to happen. In this image, we see that Cure Idol and Cure Kiss are really the focus of the image. This image is really, really cool. I love this. We also have the name of the monsters. They're called Yamikurage. And we have those 2 fighting together. Oh my god, my favorites from this season. And I love this. And we also have this other image as well. In here we have Nana, Kokoro, and Purirun together, going around the island, having a lot of fun. It seems they're getting some coconuts. I love coconut water. Oh my god, it's delicious. So they're definitely going to be separate. And they are, I don't know what this entails, but it's important. The power-up is coming before the movie. And for a power-up to happen in Precure, at least in the latest seasons, or at least let's consider Wonderful Precure. Wonderful Precure, until the power-up, had 2 teams basically. Wonderful Precure and Yonderful Precure. They were only able to become a unit, a real unity, right before the power-up. That's how they got the power-up, because they became a unity. They decided to fight together. Yuki finally opened up and wanted for them to come together so that they could be stronger. I believe something like that will happen with this power-up as well. We're not very far away from mid-August, which is probably when the toy releases. So we are going to have one more episode for July, which is the Nana episode this weekend. I'm so excited. I love Nana. I love your wink. And then we're already in August. So I feel like we're going to start to see more of Meron. We're going to start to see more of Cure Kiss's character, so that we have more of an incorporation of her into the team. So if we compare it to Wonderful Precure, Yuki was the one who needed that extra push to come together. This time around, it is clearly Maderon who is going to need to be a little bit more unified with the rest. This is definitely happening before the movie so that they can have the power up. This is, as I'm saying, this is kind of a theory. Obviously, we don't really know if that's how it's going to happen, but we do know the power up is coming before the movie. The thing about Maderon is a theory. So I believe, and not only me, there are lots of people who share the same feeling that Maderon is going to be focused before the power up so that they can achieve the power up. There's also Maderon's sacrifice. We have no idea what it is. It might come into play with the power up as well. So just wanted to say this because we're getting close to August. We only have one more episode in July. It seems the first episode from August is an episode related to Kokoro, even though Kokoro always has Kyun and the episode title just says Kyun. I believe it is a Kokoro episode. I might be wrong on that, but we're going to learn soon. And after that, I believe we're also going to see episode titles and we're going to know how they're going to deal with the power up in this season. Very, very exciting. Anyways, let's move on because there's a lot still to cover. This time, we are going to talk about Maderon and Puridun's voice actors. Still talking about other videos here on the channel. There are other videos that I have already covered, interviews with both Yoshino Nanjo and Miharu Hanai, who are the voice actors from Cure ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss, Maderon and Puridun. I have done 2 videos focusing more on their interviews. This is one of them, 41 minutes. Oh my god, I'm sorry, that video was long, and this one has 12 minutes. Those 2 videos are related to their characters, also their interviews, lots of interesting things. And now in this video, I'm going to cover 2 different interviews that were done with their voice actors. One of them was shared in Animage. Both are August editions from those magazines. This is Animage August and also Animate August as well. Both of them shared interviews with both of their voice actors, and the interviews are long. But in here, I'm sharing things that I haven't shared in the other 2 videos. If you are interested in this type of content, go watch those videos. They're very interesting. I really like sharing interviews with voice actors and with producers and everything because they give in a lot from the season itself. So let's start because this is very, very nice. So let's start with Animage. And in this interview, one of the questions that was asked was, how do you 2 view the relationship between Puridun and Maderon at this point? And then Yoshino Nanjo says that she's very sorry to Maderon, but Puridun really loves Cure Idol. And then Miharu Hanai says, no, Mado, please stop. Because obviously she is suffering together with her character, who is Maderon. And so Yoshino Nanjo, laughing, says that from Puridun's perspective, Maderon is the type of character that she is not able to leave alone. Puridun may not be aware of it, but she does not want Maderon to be alone. And she instinctively wants Maderon to feel at ease and smile when she is with Puridun. So she definitely has love for Maderon. These are words from Puridun's voice actor. In her opinion, Puridun loves Maderon as well. But, as she says, it's a different feeling, and those feelings are completely different from the ones that she has for Uta and for the IDOL Precure. She says that when Puridun looks at the IDOL Precure, she sees them sparkling and she sees their power. She sees the power that they have to make the people around them sparkle as well. And so the vision that Puridun has is close to admiration. She is irresistibly attracted to the sparkling Cure idol, and she wants to be the closest to them and watch them forever. On the other hand, she feels the same way about Maderon, as in she wants to cherish Maderon the way she wants to cherish the IDOL Precure. But in Nanjo's point of view, she cherishes Maderon as a family member. So for her, it's a different type of feeling. It's a different way of cherishing. And Miharu Hanai also says that she believes that Purirun and Merodon are deeply connected, but there is a clear difference in the strength of their feelings. She says that Merodon says it a lot. Netama is the most important thing to me. And Merodon has said this quite a few times in the series, and she never had it reciprocated. She is aware that she is not Netama's number one. So she wants to be Netama's number one, and she cannot give up on the possibility of one day being number one for her Netama. And for Miharu Hanai, she says that Merodon is where she is today because Netama reached out to her. And she also thinks that if she is with Netama, she will be able to see something sparkling. She says that it's inevitable that she will take out her jealousy on Uta or Pure Idol because her feelings for Netama are way too strong. And so there's always a fear that Purirun will be taken away from Merodon. And that's why she wants to keep on expressing her love for Purirun this much. And Yoshino Nanjo finishes by saying that Purirun is obsessed with Pure Idol, so it feels like Merodon's feelings don't resonate with Purirun very well. And since she feels like they're family, Purirun probably thinks like when Merodon says those things about her, Purirun just looks at her and says, "What are you talking about, Puri?" Oh my god. And then there is another moment in which they talk about Awakening Harmony, the song that they perform together. And I love this part. So Yoshino Nanjo says that Awakening Harmony is a very different song compared to the other songs of the show. She says that the songs from the IDOL Precure girls are very cute and fresh, but when it comes to the ZukyoonKiss song, it's very heartfelt. It's about wanting to protect the world. It's about wanting to take the world back. And it's a very cool song. It's also a duet. But she says that Miharu-chan, who is Pure Kiss's voice actor, Merodon's voice actor, she says that Miharu basically harmonizes the whole time. And then when you think it's the same, she suddenly takes the main melody. And it's a really difficult move. And then she finishes this part by saying, "Miharu-chan, thank you for your difficult part." She felt like saying thank you to her. And then Miharu Hanai answers, "I'll always support you, sister." And she says that this is the feeling that she had in mind while she was recording the song. And for her, it's a very sparkling song. She says that she wants to meet everyone who supports her. And since this is the place that she can meet them, being a Precure voice actor, she wants to sing the best she can and make people happy. And she was very impressed because her thoughts and the concept of her character were linked. And she thinks it's because the hearts of the staff, including the producer, Murase, are overflowing with sparkle. And IDOL Precure is a work that gives energy to everyone. This is the charm of IDOL Precure, in her opinion. And she says that the song is really a very wonderful song. Because for her, it is a song that sparkles. It is a song that has lyrics about tears. It has lyrics about darkness and other slightly dark themes, which is why she thinks it suits ZukyoonKiss so well. She also, Yoshino Nanjo says that the lyrics of the song, they properly reflect the feelings that ZukyoonKiss had after meeting Uta and Pure Idol and the other Cures. So for her, there is an impression that for us fans, when we listen to the full song, we're gonna have a different feeling. She says that when the song progresses to the second half, the song becomes more and more earnest. So she hopes that it will make you want to support ZukyoonKiss. The full song, by the way, is coming out this week with the release of the vocal album from You and IDOL PRECURE. I cannot wait. Awakening Harmony is everything. And so they start talking a little bit more about the feelings that they have for You and IDOL PRECURE. And they say that You and IDOL is a series that makes them feel pure. Yoshino Nanjo says that she feels very pure when she watches You and IDOL. She says that she had many different experiences in her work, but sometimes she finds herself feeling gloomy. But when she watches You and IDOL, those feelings are soothed and they are released. This isn't just true for You and IDOL PRECURE, but the entire PRECURE series. But seeing PRECUREs working hard, facing things they're not good at, or big obstacles, and working hard together as a team with their friends, not only makes her feel positive, but it also helps her regain her usual sense of self. She says that not only the PRECUREs, but their enemies too have their own pasts and struggles. So it's not just one side of the story that is portrayed either. That's a very nice thing, especially now that we're dealing with Zakuri. I feel like it matches perfectly with what's going on with You and IDOL. And now, talking a little bit more about the sun and the moon, the idea of Madoron being the moon and the sun. So it's interesting to notice that the two of them were not shown the character visuals of their PRECURE forms until after the audition. They were already chosen as Puririn and Madoron, and then they were shown Kyo ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss. They were probably very surprised. And there are lots of talk about Puririn's and Madoron's relationship as the sun and the moon, and that Madoron loves Puririn even though she is not able to shine. She's only able to shine because Puririn shines her light on her. So Miharu Hanai says that there are lots of challenges when recording Madoron's voice. She says that at first, when she had to change between Madoron and ZukyoonKiss, it was very hard for her. Miharu says that Yoshino Nanjo did not have this hardship by changing from Puririn to ZukyoonKiss, but for Kiss, it was very, very challenging. Yoshino Nanjo even describes ZukyoonKiss in her own way. She says that ZukyoonKiss is a mystery. Her appearance isn't that of a bewitching adult. Rather, she is someone who is between a young girl and an older sister. She's mature, but she also has a sweet side. Yoshino Nanjo also says that she was very surprised with ZukyoonKiss's line, "I'll make you fall in love with me." And when she does the kiss sound, she was very surprised with the way Miharu pronounced it while voicing ZukyoonKiss. She said that it left a very, very strong impression on her, and she couldn't get it out of her head for a while. She thinks that this was a charming point that brings out ZukyoonKiss's individuality. And that's very true. ZukyoonKiss is a very unique character, right? And then to finish, they start talking a little bit about some secrets. And in here, it's interesting because I'm going to talk a little bit about the interview that we already covered here in that long video. Madoron has sacrificed something. We know, but we do not know what this sacrifice is. We have no idea. And an interesting thing that I showed on the other interview is that no one knows what Madoron has sacrificed. The only person who know, apart from the writers, is Madoron's voice actor. The other voice actors have no idea what Madoron sacrificed. And this interview, Yoshino Nanjo, who is the voice actor from Puririn, gives us a nod to that because she says, Nanjo says that there are also secrets, Mero. And even she doesn't know about. So she is clearly referencing those secrets from Madoron that no one knows. Only Miharu Hanai, who is Madoron's voice actor. And Miharu has said that this secret is something that makes her want to cry. She is not able to share this with anyone, but she said that it just makes her want to cry. And Yoshino Nanjo also says that she's very personally curious about Kaito's presence. Also important to mention, this interview was published more or less around the time Kaito came back to the show. So I feel like Kaito is going to keep on fulfilling the role of this legendary idol who will probably always give them lessons. Every time Kaito appears, he gives Uta a lesson on being an idol. So I feel like that's probably going to be his role from now on. Let's see if there's something more. I don't know. And then Miharu Hanai talks about the poems that Meteron says, that Meteron declaims in the show. She says that for the poems, rather than speaking the poems to somebody, every time Meteron declaims the poems, she is declaiming to oneself. She speaks as if she is muttering to herself what comes from her heart. Meteron has always lived by herself reading books, so Miharu believes that she chooses her words based on the knowledge she has gained from reading those books. So it's like a monologue that Meteron has every time she is declaiming poems. And they asked her, what was the poem that left the biggest impression on her so far? And for Miharu, she says that the biggest impression was in episode 15, in which Meteron declaims a poem that says, light is light, darkness is darkness. She says that this has left a strong impression on her. Light and darkness do not blend together. What does she mean by this? I mean, we know what Meteron meant when she declaimed this poem, but by stressing it out, what is she trying to mean here? Oh my God. Every time Meteron declaims a poem, I am starstruck. Every time. Oh. And now, something interesting and funny, which is the last thing we're going to share in this interview, is related to ZukyoonKiss. We have a lot of talk about ZukyoonKiss, about Meteron, but there is a funny thing about ZukyoonKiss, which I feel like is very on brand for her character, which is there is something called that they have created called association to see what kind of ad-lib will come out next. Ad-libs are lines that are not in the script and they end up saying and they end up getting added to the final product. And Yoshino Nanjo says that there are some characters that are not characters, there are some voice actors created this association inside You and Idol Precure. And this association is Yano Masaki, who is the voice actor for the Kurayamindas, and also the voice actor from Zakuri, who is Sato Setsuji, have created this association. Yoshino Nanjo says that after transforming into ZukyoonKiss, what happens is that she has voiced less Purirun because there is a little bit of period of time that she is voicing ZukyoonKiss and not Purirun in the scenes. And so Sato Setsuji, who is the voice actor from Zakuri, they were recording together, and at that moment Yoshino Nanjo was recording as ZukyoonKiss and not Purirun. And Sato Setsuji told her, Zukyun is so cute, but without Purirun's ad-lib, it's not exciting. Say puri quickly. And so she said that even when she was acting as Zukyun, she ad-libbed puri as a joke, but obviously it didn't get used in the actual show. I think that this goes to show that the environment of work is very, very cool. And every time we see a fighting scene, every time we saw a fighting scene before Zukyun joined, there were probably lots of ad-libs of Purirun saying Puri, or the Kurayaminda saying something like maybe Kura Kura, or some like growls or anything that were not in the final script, but they ended up adding there. because they just even created this association of who is going to do the next ad-lib. Those three are probably having a lot of fun while they're recording their lines for this show, for sure. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I'm sorry this video was long, and I just wanted to share those news and also the interview. I love sharing the interviews here because it gives us a better insight on certain things, and we just discover more about the characters. We discover how the voice actors are feeling about the characters and also their interpretations on the characters. Remembering that everything that I said here is the voice actors' interpretations about the characters. Apart from Miharu Hanai saying that she knows what the secret is from Madoran, I mean, that she knows. It's not an interpretation. She knows, but she's not sharing. But it's her interpretation by saying that she wants to cry every time she remembers Madoran's sacrifice. But it's very nice that it's still a secret for the other characters. Girl, what is it? Please, I want to know. Do you believe we're going to discover more on Madoran's sacrifice with the movie? Not the movie, with the power-up that is happening before the movie? And how do you think this power-up is coming to be? Do you believe we're going to have one song for the 5 of them? Do you believe we're going to have a new song? Or do you believe it's going to be Kimi to Lala? Or maybe a new version of Trio Dreams, Quintet Dreams, or something. I'm joking. I just really want to see the power-up. I just really want to hear a new song as well. But now, this week, we're getting the release of the album, so it's very exciting. What else? ZukyoonKiss, definitely getting more integrated before the power-up, probably in the team. Madoran is getting more integrated in the team before the power-up. Very, very curious to see how this is going to go. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the Magical Cinnamon production team helping me with this content, and also the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member, thank you very much for your support. And if you watched up to now, thank you so much as well.